All right. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to the global community of Tbcans. Of course, this is Adbeka Michael, one of the many voices in TBC all across the globe. I'm so delighted and humbled to come to you once again. And of course, this is our 27th mass adoption training. You know, guys, today I'm so excited and humble because we are privileged to have our goodwill ambassador, Mr. Stephen Kofi, a good brother, here tonight with us. I'm so excited. Welcome, Mr. Stephen. Yeah, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome, Mr. Stephen.
It's a pleasure to be with you, brother, and everybody around us. I'm so excited to be here because every time I see you all, I get it after the fact. So thank you so much for giving me the link because I really feel at home with you guys, and I just can't wait to get in your country like I got over there back in March and that great continent of Africa. Thank you so much. It's a privilege.
Welcome, sir.
It's truly a privilege.
Welcome, sir. We can't also wait to have you here in Ghana. We can't wait. We are praying for things to get online so that we all can have our freedom back and then make things happen. Thank you very much for honoring this invitation. Thank you very much. So very soon, shall give you the platform.
Thank you so much, sir.
So welcome. So briefly and quickly, we shall be going. You know, there is one thing that is on our mind right now, as we are aware, which is the rotator. The rotator is something that is on our mind right now. And secondly, payday is approaching, which is 1st of June. 1st of June is a payday for everybody who is in the TBC community that is helping somebody. You know, in TBC system, we help others. And as far as you devote your time to help others, the system also pays you better. So as far as you are also helping others in the TBC community, helping others to see this abundant opportunity, 1st of next month, which is June, is going to be a very great day for you. So I want to remind all of us that if we have our business partners that even up to now did not maintain their position in the mass adoption team, please let's do and call on them to do and make the payment now before it's too late. Remember, now we are moving. We are moving right now, and either somebody is ready or not, we will still make it happen. And we have to know that next month there's going to be two requirements for you and I to maintain our mass adoption position. And one, the first requirement next month is by paying admin fee. The first requirement, what is it? All right, so, sorry, the first requirement next month is by paying your admin fee. Remember that this admin fee we are paying, it is the admin fee that the TBC admin is using to protect our asset for us. You and I, our asset. Remember that the money that comes, 50% goes to your sponsor. So as far as you are also a sponsor, the fee, 50% is coming to you, which is next month first. That is why we call it a payday. Remember, the remaining 50% is going to the system, in which that 50% is used to pay the IT managers, the help desk, and people that help to build the system and to make it very secured. So the admin fee, that is what the admin is using to build our system for us. And know that the admin fee, the TBC system, we are self-funded society. We are self-funded society. So we believe in making our things happen. So we don't take loan from anybody to build our system. That is why we are building the system by or with ourselves. So secondly, The second requirement that you and I are supposed to meet next month is by getting 2 direct active referrals. 2 direct active referrals. You know, with this 2 direct active referral, many of us don't understand it. It is not a must for you to get new 2 people. If you have 2 people under you that are active, you are qualified. But remember, what the TBC admin is doing, the admin is doing that to help you and I. Why is the admin doing that to help you and I? Because when the 2 people pay, remember, 50% of that admin fee is coming to you. Admin is making it for you and I very flexible, because when they make the payment, you are not going to use your money to make your admin fee again. You will not use your money to make the payment again. So as far as you have direct 2 people under you, when they are paying, you are also paying your admin fee, not from your pocket, but from the bounty that you are getting from them. So if you did not meet your requirement next month, then you shall be out to the beating. And remember, now there is no grace period anymore. There is no grace period right now anymore. So if you miss your spot, you miss it forever. Remember that being on the mass adoption team is a very, very great privilege. Most of us will not know the benefit right now, because we are still seeing it as something that is very small. Remember, the rotator, when you miss your spot in the mass adoption team, and we began receiving $500,000, that's what many people are going to regret. I said we because I am part. I am not going to meet my spot. I will not meet my spot in the mass adoption team, because I know what I'm going to benefit tomorrow. Remember that TBC is not an investment. It is an asset. It is a movement that you and I are moving so that we can have a smooth and then a peaceful economy and live it. Look at how the world is going right now. Look at how things are being controlled. Look at how things are being turned upside down. Imagine that the world, you and I are being ruled by only 300 families, which is 300 people, the community of 300. If you understand that, and you carry the mission of TBC very different, because you and I are being ruled by 300 family. And the admin says no. Even if the admin didn't explain this to you, our mission is by getting 1 billion people, so that this 1 billion people can take control of the world, it's not that we are going to bring our own world, but we want to change the world in a very positive way. We want to change the world with love and respect. You and I is being ruled by 300 families, and the money, all is being packed with them. That is why we work and work and work, but still nothing good is coming out. Most of us that are working right now, that are doing maybe a company work or something, almost about 90% are not happy with what we are doing, but we have no choice. That is why when we carry TBC as a movement that we want to use to change our life and our family's life, it will be something that will be different and change our life and our generation's life. Remember, one thing in TBC is that the money you and I are having in our wallet right now is not for you and I. The money is for our generations, because even 1 TBC, you and I cannot spend it. 1 TBC, you and I cannot spend it. So the requirement is to maintain your position in the mass adoption team. Next month, you need to get 2 active people. And these 2 active people, it is not a must for them to be new. If you have 2 active people under you that they are paying their admin fee already, then you are qualified. But you just have to make sure that these 2 people are active and they are paying their admin fee. With that, we are gone. And this mass adoption team, which is the 111,000 people that you and I are in right now, we are the people that are going to build TBC community. We are the ones that are going to build TBC economy. And if you know, so if you, anybody that's going to listen to this video recording later, if you are in the B team, this is not for you. If you're in the B team, this is not for you. Sleep for us and we'll build it for you. This requirement is for those of us that are in the A team. So anybody that knows that you are there, or you don't want to, many have been saying that, why wouldn't admin take the referrals aspect out? The bounty is there to help you and I to build the system faster. That is why it's there. And in July, we are going to have 3 requirements in July. 3 requirements in July. But in June, we have 2 requirements, which is paying the admin fee and get 2 direct people under you. And in July, it's 3. Why is it 3? First, in July, you need to pay your admin fee. You need to pay your admin fee. And second, you need to get 2 active, 2 direct active people under you. And 3, you need to get merchant. You need to get at least 1 merchant. But remember, the good news is that the merchant is not a must for them to accept TBC. The merchant are not supposed to accept TBC. The merchant, admin just want the merchant to be listed. That is all. To be listed at our back office. To be listed as a merchant that will accept TBC. Then the admin shall train the merchant. We shall train them on how they, admin will train them and will bring the benefit out, the benefit the merchants are going to get. And I tell you, this benefit is going to be gracious. It's going to be tantalizing. It is an offer that the merchant will not want to miss it. The offer the admin will bring will be something that when the merchant come on board, they will not want to miss it. So it is not a must for any merchant you are getting on board in July for them to accept TBC. No, we just want them to be listed at the back office. As far as they are listed, they need to be trained, they need to be educated. Then the program that the admin have to offer to them, the admin will offer the deal to them. And I tell you, the deal that is coming, the merchant have no choice than to accept TBC, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40, 50, 60, 70, or any amount. Because right now, remember that we are still in our distribution phase and mass adoption. So we cannot expect merchants right now to accept it 100% until distribution is over. That is why admin is pulling or putting a deal down for the merchant. So let's get it clear. It is not a must for them to accept TBC. No, it's not. It's not a must for them. What is required of them is that they should be a merchant in the system. That is all. So in June, in July, it's going to be 3 requirements. So if you are here, you didn't get your bulk credit, please let's all make sure and get our bulk credit ready. And if you didn't, maybe you don't know how to get a bulk credit, you can get in touch with any of the leader or the leaders that are close to you, that they can sell the bulk credit to you, or any cash center. You give them the cash and they pay your admin fee for you with the bulk credit. So briefly, let me take maybe 1 or 2 reactions and 1 or 2 questions. So you can just raise your hand or indicate. All right, so then I think with this requirement, I believe most of us are okay. We have Mr. John. Mr. John here, please, you can unmute yourself, sir. From there, I'll come to Mr. Addison. So, Mr. John, please unmute yourself, sir. Go on.
Yes. Yeah, this my first participation in a meeting like this. I just want to know, why is it that, you know, every time there are more and more requirements to meet? And secondly, I tried, you know, specifically to upload my facial configuration. up this moment speaking to, I still cannot upload my facial recognition. Thank you very much.
The question wasn't that clear. If I get the first question, you are like, why is it always a requirement to be in the mass adoption team, right? Mr. John?
Yes.
Great. You know, with that, I'll answer this, and then Mr. Stephen Kofi also is here, which is our ambassador. And today, as I mentioned from the beginning, we are so privileged to have him here. And he's a very, very lovely brother. And I thank you once again for coming to this training. Now, the requirement is because the mass adoption team, we are the people that are supposed to build the TBC community. Remember that first, there was no requirement. That is why there was no rotator. Now there is a rotator for you and I. First, it is only the TBC admin that do the work of admin. Now, as far as you are a mass adoption member right now, you are an admin in TBC right now. So as far as you are admin in TBC, you got a work to do. That is why admin say the work you get to do, that is why you need funding to support the work or the task that is ahead of you. Because without funding, you cannot do it. That is why admin says that if you know you can't meet the requirement, then be in the B team. So we that in the A team will build a system for you, because the A team are the builders. Simple. The A team are the builders of TBC. The 111,000 people are the builders of TBC. So people or anybody that cannot build a system is supposed to be aside, so that we that can build it, or anyone that can build a system, will build it so that we can go faster. Because we believe with the admin vision that if him alone is carrying the whole tax right now, with 111,000 people, we can go faster. That is why the admin say, okay, if we get 1 million to 10 million active members, he will no longer accept any admin fee that comes in. Now he give we the mass adoption team members 10%. Now when we get million to 10 million people, 50% will come to our rotator software. So right now we are still, this month and next month, we can call it a building month. We are still building our rotator to make it a huge. So as far as anybody's in the mass adoption team, you are a builder. That is what you need. That's what it means. If you cannot meet the requirement, receive this fund so you can employ people to work for you, to meet the requirement for you, and you pay them. That's just simple. So let me take Mr. Stephen Kofi, very brief, to give us more clarification on that. Thank you.
Oh my God, you did a wonderful job, Mr. Michael. Wonderful job. I could have done a better job in that regard. I just want to add a few things. You see, folks, I know firsthand from admin that what's really important. See, about a year ago, and we learned this in our master adoption training, folks. That's why it's so important to admin. He gives this training every single day. It starts at 8 a.m. West African time. Now, and I get up 3 o'clock in the morning just to get to that training, folks. So, because I'm committed to this. All right. A year ago, the most unfortunate thing happened in TBC around right before April of last year. You see, admin noticed that the community was not growing at the capacity that it needed to grow. And unfortunately, when anyone knew, admin was TBC was almost no more. Literally no more. But admin, with his gracious self, said, no, I'm not going to let it fall. I'm not going to let it fall. And I have to think of something that would kind of ignite. So you recall, back April of 2019, around 8th or 8th, he started the Bitcoin bounty. And that in itself started to bring more people into TBC. okay? But he said, we can do something even more to maybe ignite it more and get us faster towards 1 billion members. So, and about maybe 1 or 2 months ago or so, he started to say, okay, let's start a mass adopted team of 111,111 to be exact. Now, since January of this year, a lot of you know, if you had paid your admin fee, you would have get 30 TBC coins if you paid on the 1st, which I've always done. NBA and I pay us on the 1st religiously, every single 1st, because you get 30 TBC coins. And it's just subtract by each coin down to the 30th. Now, those that's on A team, these that are on B team will get 1 TBC coin each month. And that's subtracted from 1 on decimal all the way down to the 30th of each month. But admin also had told us maybe 2 months ago that or 3 months ago that the requirement each month will have to go up in order for us of the A team to build us towards and being members. Because see, there is a major goal for everyone that's on Master Adopted Team, particularly Team A. He wants to get to 1 billion members. See, what you may not understand is that the numbers have been crunched. The numbers, he's a great mathematician, by the way. Him and his staff have already crunched the numbers. They know exactly about each month where we need to be to get to 1 billion members right now by the time we get to December. Should we get to December, folks, I'm gonna tell you, woo, you know, I did a broadcast myself, and I don't know, Michael, what you ever did show the mass adopted, share your screen, show the mass adopted PDF, and at 10 million would be about 1,125,000 per month, which is a great deal of income in your country. It's not bad for USA, but it's definitely great income in your country. Now, it goes all the way to 4 billion this time next year. But what I did, I brought it back to 1 billion, where he wanted to be in December. Do you know how much that is? I'm gonna share it with you all. I crunched the numbers. I know how to do it. It was $112,500 US. Now, all you gotta do is go in Google, and you can translate that into your currency in Ghana or whatever parts of Africa you're located, or whatever part of where you. That is a lot of money, because that's a lot of money in USA. So I know what it could be in your country. So admin said, like Mr. Michael said, that the reason why we are increasing the requirement each month, because you got to understand, merchants is a huge part of our community. Huge. Because you know what's going to happen when we get to 1 billion members, right? Our coin is supposed to be mass adopted. That's why we call it the mass adopted team. That's where we got the name from. So if we had 1 billion members, whenever that is, let's pray that it's December, each person, see, admin said, okay, if y'all are building, I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you good. So each month, the rotators goes up. The rotator is the biggest thing ever came to TBC. Even bigger than the regular the winner of the Bitcoin bounty every Monday. So that's 2 ways you get paid right there in TBC. So that was a great question that he asked, by the way. The first question, I didn't get the second part of it, but I know that the first question, admin said in order to reach our goal, he has to up the ante, or should it, what we say in the United States, we had to go up with another requirement. Okay, and far as merchants, he's looking at quantity. I know you probably say, but why would you not look for quality? But he's first looking at the numbers first. Then he'll find out what we need from the merchants later on. And he's looking for the mom and pop stores, the little merchants, not the big chain stores that we generally see in the United States. But we got a lot of small ones too. Although what we're dealing with right now, unfortunately, you know, a lot of things are shut down. And here in the United States, we steadily, you know, opening up. You know, the beaches here are starting to open up here in my state, but and some other small businesses. But don't remember when merchants come, when that first merchant, that's July 1st, that's required. Remember, I know that you can go out on your own and find a small merchant in your town. And by the way, admin is going to train you. If you're at the training, and he's going to eventually be put in your Kringle Cash back office. He's going to train you what to say. He's got, by the way, he said something to us. He's got something to show to the merchant that is going to be too hard for him to refuse. That's what he told us. See, admin is a great trainer, folks, and he'll help you. You know, I know that some people are they don't want to admit it, but they're a little afraid on what to say to a person. If y'all will go back and subscribe to Derek's YouTube channel, and it's a good one. If y'all go on my YouTube channel on the Stephen Cuffy, it was on the a lot of you probably seen it already. It was on the blog. Mbe did a little key nugget of showing how to approach a person and get them involved in TBC. He did an excellent job with that. That's why I made him a co-host of my 600 broadcast. So, folks, Michael, you did a great job explaining that, because while we have to update requirement, admin is going to pay you and going to pay you in Bitcoin. Now, the Master Dr. Team started on May 1st, and it was roughly about $3.59 or 50 so cents. That's very small, but it has to start somewhere. But that grows. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little key thing. A lot of you haven't gotten your 2, what I did, make it really simple in the beginning. I went and talked to 2 of my family members. Okay? Tell them what the movement is. Tell them what the mission is. We know what the mission is, to eradicate poverty. Our goal is to get to 1 billion members. Keep it simple. Keep it very simple, folks. But like I said, Mr. Michael, you did a wonderful job, because we are the builders, Team A. Team B is like a alternative for people who did not make it the requirement in Team A. They have to go down to Team B, and someone will be selected, whoever's next in line to that spot. That's what Team B is usually for. Now, unfortunately, admin has to do it. If we don't raise the requirement, we'll never get to 1 billion members. Think about the numbers. We got to get to that. We got to meet the goal. We got to meet the goals that we're trying to set in order to get there. We'll never get there if we don't set goals. So we set a goal of having another requirement each month. And admin is going, if you come to the training, you'll learn exactly how to go about doing that. That's why admin has the training 7 days a week. And Mbe is usually the moderator. And he posted and on the TBC Rally Facebook group a few minutes before it starts, and he also puts it in the broadcasting in other TBC groups. And when I see it, I try to share it to other TBC groups that I know that are good groups, decent groups. But that's all I want to say, Mr. Michael. I know that the guy, he asked another question. Did you get his second question?
Yes, so Mr. John, please, you can ask your second question, and then we take it from there, sir. Okay, go on, Mr. John.
Yes, thank you very much.
With the earpiece, we can't hear you clearly.
There. The second
It's breaking. It's breaking. So if maybe you can please take the earpiece.
Can I give Mike? I'll give you a little give a keynote. If those you cannot hear, you may want to put your question in the chat area. If you can type it in the chat area, if that's possible for you, because you're breaking up, we can't hear you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Mr. John, go on. Yeah, go on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, please.
Yeah, what I was talking about is regarding the facial recognition, uploading the facial recognition. It's so difficult for a lot of people calling about it. As I'm speaking to you now, I've not been able to upload my facial recognition. Thank you very much. That's my second question.
Okay, thank you very much. With the facial verification, we have a lot of videos, educative videos about that, and also early morning after our mass adoption training with the TBC admin, we have another training after that training. So if you have any challenges with your facial verification or any technical challenges, then I will kindly advise you to join the mass adoption training tomorrow. Tomorrow after our mass adoption training, you join the training. Then so the link, we shall put the link to tomorrow so that you can join with or contact Move for Guiders on Facebook or Ivy, so they can help you to solve your technical issues. So thank you, Mr. John. So let me take Mr.
Thank
Addison.
you very much. I appreciate it.
Welcome, sir. Let me take Mr. Addison. Mr. Addison, please, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, please. It's a bit, it's better.
Thank you very much for the training. Can you hear me?
Your voice is very, very low. Your voice is very, very low. We can't hear you. So we still can't hear him. We still can't hear him. So maybe any other person while he work on the mic and come in. Any other person, any other question or reaction? Maybe you can get this thing very, very close to your mouth, and then we see if it can come. It will come clearly. Okay, then please, maybe if you can type it on the message, this thing for us. Or if possible, you can take off the earpiece and then we see if it will come clearly.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please. It's better.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Hello?
Okay, then I think let's take the last person. Any question or reaction?
Yes, hello?
Mr. Addison's network is very, very bad. You can't hear. So please, if you can type it for us on the chat column, then I can read it there and then we take it from there. We have few minutes to be out of the meeting. Okay. There's one question here. Say, hello, Michael. Are you going to teach us how to register people into TBC community remotely? Thank you. I think training on how to register people in the TBC community. I have a lot of videos that I've trained on that at my YouTube channel. So please, if you're here, you didn't subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. The name is Agbeka Michael. Subscribe and then hit the thumb, the bell, so you get notice when a new video is released. So maybe that one we shall do that one in our next training. Okay, let me take Madam Lydia. Madam Lydia, please, you can unmute yourself. So Mr. Addison, please, you can put your question at the column. Your network is a bit. Okay, Madam Lydia, please go on.
Hello. Nice to have you, Michael, and also Mr. Kofi. Thank you so much for organizing this meeting. I'm so glad to have the two of you with us. It makes it so nice to have the two of you here today. My question is, if right now we are all in the A team, and if you register, you don't have anybody, you haven't registered anybody now in this May, but on the 1st of June, you registered the 2 people, you will still be in the A team, or you'll be in team B, so that in July, before, when those 2 people pay, then it will move you to team A.
Okay, I will come in briefly. Then Mr. Stephen will also come in briefly.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
That's a great question.
This exactly came right words from the admin's mouth. Okay. All right. And so
Otherwise, people I could register my people today because the month hasn't ended. I could register 2 people so that on the 1st, on Monday, I register them again, or I ask them to register, to pay the admin fee, and in order to put me in my A.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Don't do anything. Hold off on that. Hold off on that. Because see, let me explain something to everyone so you'll know this.
Yes.
The servers are already synchronized for when you come pay your admin fee first on the 1st, or whenever that is in June. You want to do it on the 1st to benefit from getting the 30 TPC coins.
Yes.
Okay, everybody is on team B on June 1st when you pay the admin fee, until you register those 2 people, and the system will recognize them as paid, paying the admin fee. And then you're going to be, everybody that has those 2 people going to move up to the A team. And you're going to also get 2 Bitcoin bounties, because you get 50%, like Mr. Michael explained to you, from those 2 people, which essentially is going to do this to help you. And see, that's what people are not catching. When you get those 2 bounties, that can be possibly enough for you to pay for your admin fee for July. You see? So those 2 people, they have to pay theirs, each one of theirs, and 50% of their admin fee is going to come to your Bitcoin wallet in terms of the Bitcoin addresses in your Crinkle Cash back office. You got to put it back there so you can get paid, because the servers pay you automatically, automation, but send the money to you in Bitcoin to your wallet from your Crinkle Cash back office if your Bitcoin address is there in your back office. So don't get them involved again and then sign them up again. No, don't do that. Nobody do that, please. You do what you do first. You pay your fee, your admin fee first. Second, you sign those 2 people up. They need to go and sign up through your link, because the servers know that the servers know from who signed up from their sponsor. The servers are already done, already ready for it. So make sure that you sign your 2 people up from the first on. Don't do it before, from the first on. In fact, on the back of under your Crinkle Cash back office, under, gosh, I don't have it in front of me, but I'm just saying, it actually show you under there it is, under my account. It tells you when you can pay your admin fee. So don't do, everybody, see, some people are ready right now, and that's good, because see, what I like about you did exactly what I did. I don't wait for the last minute for nothing. I go when I have already done my requirement for that month, I'm already thinking about next month. And if everybody going in that type of way of doing things, you'll always be ready. So starting July, when you have to bring that 1 merchant, as soon as you're done for June, be working on that 1 merchant for July 1st. Always look at the first of the month on. Don't bring people on or do anything before, not unless admin instructs us to do so. But this is coming straight from the training that Micah and I receive every day from admin. So your 2 people, hold on to those 2 people to the first. Since you're already ready, just make sure you have all their admin, they have their admin fees all in place. Then the computers are already synchronized for the first on, not before the first.
Thank you.
Thank you, sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen, for that great explanation. So, Madam Lydia, I believe now you are clear with it now.
Yes, but I have registered some people already.
Okay.
I was just asking for a friend. I have registered people already, and
that's
sure
good. But that means you just getting. That's good. That means you're getting more Bitcoin bounty. You may be in the running to get in the top 3 for your country. You don't never know.
Thank you.
That's good. That's excellent. See, that you're doing exactly what admin wants. That's the sign of a great team A person right there, folks. Y'all see what she just said? She's not waiting. She went out and already get people involved. That's the way admin wants you to do.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank you. So that is it. So thank you, Mr. Stephen, for the great explanation. So when you have the people, the requirement, what is needed is just that next month they should make their payment. So if you already have them, make sure that next month they make their payment to make you to also qualify to maintain your position in the mass adoption team. So I think we can take the last person.
Hey, I got one thing to add. Mr. Michael, for those, and something else that you might want to talk about is the cash centers, because we may have some people out there that don't have a way to pay. They have the money, but they don't have a way. You may want to talk about that.
Okay, thank you. So the cash center is at the Korean Cash back office, and in fact, most of the leaders in the community are cash centers. Me, for instance, I'm also a cash center. Mr. Stephen also is a cash center. We have leaders here. Mr. Emmanuel also is here. Malcolm also is here. So a cash center. So if you cannot pay the admin fee by yourself, wherever you are, any country you are, you just have to locate a leader there, in which you can send the money to him, or you can give the money to him cash, or any electronic method you guys use at your country, and send to him, and add your email address for him to do the payment for you with bulk credit. So even if you cannot access your back office, even if you cannot do your facial verification, you can still maintain your position in the mass adoption team. The only thing you need is to make the payment to a cash center. That is all. And send your email. So he made a payment for you with the email, so you can access it. So that is that. So most of people that are in Ghana here, that, or maybe they cannot pay it by themselves, you can get in touch with me or any other leaders that we have that you know. You send the money, and we do the payment for you. So thank you. And then last person.
I'm here. I want to ask Brother Kofi something.
Okay, Malcolm.
Yeah, brother Kofi, always do follow your broadcasting, but nowadays I can't receive your link. You know, if you have any WhatsApp group you can add me into, because I like enjoying your broadcasting.
Okay.
So if you have any platform you can add me, I would like to be attending to your broadcast all the time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I love the people who support me, because you generally can, everyone, none of us leaders, all of us can teach you some things that can really enhance your life, you know, so, and even your life in TBC and your life in general. I love, see, I'm really big on the mindsets of our TBCians. No matter which way you were grown up, by who, it doesn't matter. I love people in general. It doesn't make where you come from. If you understand my language, I can help you, because unfortunately I can't speak other languages, not yet. But I want to be able to speak a lot of y'all languages over in Africa, because I love that continent. I got to come back. Y'all some great people over there. I love you guys. I really do. All of y'all are wonderful people. All of you are.
All right.
Thank you.
We need you here too. We need you to come to it, Imbe, to spread the
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Imbe and I are generally going to be together most of the time. I can't say 100%, but once the international borders have opened up, because you know a lot of them are still closed, because everybody know what we're dealing with worldwide. But once the international borders have opened up, admin will be sending us to different areas that's known for leadership in your country, like Ghana is one. And also, because we were supposed to be in Philippines on the 1st of April when we left Africa, but that's when they shut down. Because, you know, a lot of you, I know I was fine, by the way. I was stuck in Africa for 2 weeks. And I actually came home on my birthday, believe it or not, to Washington, D.C. And through Ethiopian Airlines, which is a big plane. My God, that's a big airline to have there. But I just love being there. I was treated so well. I was treated so good that I want to come back. I get treated better in your country, some better than I do in my own sometimes, believe it or not.
Sure.
That's why I want to be there. I feel like I'm home when I'm there.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Stephen. I think we have 4 minutes, so even we'll close before the 4 minutes. This training is only one hour, and the training time is every Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Ghana time, every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Ghana time, and every Tuesday, 2 p.m. with the TBC admin. So I have the last. I don't know if Mr. Addison network is good now. I don't know if Mr. Addison network is good now. That he can come. But before that, quickly, let me answer this question. Mr. Joseph said, please, Michael, please, is it okay to buy your bulk credit before 1st June? And why is it advisable to do that? Great. It is always advisable for one to get his bulk credit before 1st May, before 1st of every month. It's always advisable for everybody to get his bulk credit before the 1st of every month, because at times, first we know that first the system is choked. The system is choked, and at times, if many of us can recall, last month at times the bulk credit side have to go off under maintenance for some time before it comes, and this and that. So all we need to do is that we all must get the credit down. Let's at times 25th or 24th or even 29 before 1st. So that on the 1st, the only thing you need to do is to make your payment, and that is all. So please, it's it's very, very important for you and I to get the credit down before 1st of the month. So thank you, Mr. Joseph. Okay, Mr. Addison, I don't know if he's still there. Okay, then on that note, we shall bring our mass adoption 27 mass adoption training to an end today, and hopefully we shall meet again on Sunday, 8:30 p.m. same time. And I thank you all for making it to this training, and especially to Mr. Stephen Kofi for coming this evening to educate us more on what we should know and what is to come. So thank you very much, brother, for your time, and then your support and your love for the Ghana community and the global community at large. So thank you very much, sir, for coming.
Sir. Thank you.
So then we shall end this our training with payday, because Monday is a payday for all of us. So let me unmute everybody so we all can say payday, and then we close. All right.
Payday.
Payday.
Payday. Payday.
Payday.
Payday. Payday. Payday. Payday.